Hi, I'm Chuffley, and I always try to speak slowly and precisely because, in fact, I am one of nature's mumblers. I am somebody that mumbles as soon as I'm not trying specifically not to. And if you're a mumbler, you'll know yourself that it can sometimes get you into trouble. Now, many years ago, I married a woman of Indian extraction. We had children, and as the children were toddlers, they used to watch a lot of shit toddler telly. And as such, I and my wife absorbed a lot of that as well. Stuff like Octonauts and Thomas the Tank Engine. Thomas the Tank Engine is particularly nightmarish. They have these trains with faces on. Now, you've seen it, I'm sure. They get up to railway-related adventures, I suppose. But in their world, the greatest accolade you can receive, the highest compliment, is to be called a really useful engine. Now, one night the kids are in bed, my wife and I are watching a film on the telly. She gets up to top up her wine, I think, something like that. And when she comes back, she's got a beer for me. I married well. And as she's sitting down, I said, thank you, darling, you're a really useful engine. But she didn't reply. And later, as the credits started rolling on the film, she turned to me and she said, Chuffley, what did you mean when you said I was a really useful Asian? And thus mumbling nearly got me glassed in the face. Another time I mentioned to the family, and obviously Mumbles, that I fancied a roast chicken this week. What they all heard was, hey guys, let's get chickens. Now let me tell you about battery rescue hens. When a battery chicken gets to a certain age, its production starts to drop off. Now the big friendly affable farmer, he notices this, and he thinks to himself, fuck that. And he gently lifts her out of her tiny, filthy bear cage and places her nice and gently onto the nugget press, which is hand-actuated and creates a sort of slurry in a bucket below, which goes off to McDonald's, and thus the circle of life continues. Very occasionally, some very nice hippies will say, hey, farmer, give this chicken to us, give your nugget press a break. And the farmer will be like, oh, whatever. And so you can pick up these rescue hens for maybe 50p a bird. And these poor featherless scabby freaks do not have a clue. All they've ever known is the egg dungeon, and now they've got endless open sky and green grass. They do a face like this. But you have to show them to their new spacious hen house, show them where to roost, show them where to lay. They are special needs chickens. They are flappy retards. But fast forward a few weeks and their feathers are growing back, their sores are healing, and some of their natural behaviours are starting to show again. They've all discovered a new favourite hobby of scratching up your turf looking for bugs. You come home from work one day and look out over the World War trenches that used to be your pampered lawn, and you feel the rage start to rise, but you can't help but be impressed by the destructive power of 3 old lady chickens chasing down an earwig. As time goes on, you see more and more natural chicken behaviours emerge. At 5 a.m. on a summer's morning, just as the sun rises above the houses and casts its cool light all over the housing estate and its tightly packed gardens, the chickens emerge and stretch in the cool morning sun, and they make a sound like, "Oh, the neighbours are cunts! Oh, the neighbours are cunts!" So the chickens all live on a big farm now where they've got lots of foraging space and they're very happy. No, it's too far away to visit.